Hello, this is a Q&A test for the 120 class. Plaintiff attorney is Mr. Cox, C-O-X. Defense attorney is Mr. West, W-E-S-T. Again, plaintiff attorney Mr. Cox, C-O-X. Defense attorney Mr. West, W-E-S-T. This is going to start out with the court. Ready? That will be fine. Mr. West, before you proceed, let's take a short break. We will be back on the record in 15 minutes. Let's go back to the paper for a few minutes. Do you remember if anything was printed on the top of the paper? I think it had Irvine Police Department on it. Okay. Now that I remember, it did. It looked official. Now, you were saying that Amanda tried to write something. Are you saying you saw her make marks on the paper? I saw her writing some words, yes. Was it on that official piece of paper that the officer gave her? Yes. Okay. About how many words did she write on the paper? Was it one word or one line? Or just how many would you say? I really can't remember. Well, was she writing on the paper? Yes, she was. Okay, was it a lot or a little? You know, was it a piece of paper with 1 or 2 words? Was it some paper with 3, 4, 5 lines on it? Was it one of those choices? There was not much writing on it, as I recall. Well, more than 1 line? I don't remember. I really don't remember right now. I'm sorry. Okay, perhaps you can remember how long she sat there and held that pencil and tried to write. Can you? Was it 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes? Do you remember how much time it was? I don't remember. Well, was it a very short time? I don't remember. Could it have been half an hour? No, I don't believe so. Perhaps I can help you, counsel. Let's think for a few minutes about what was happening at that time. Okay, I'm thinking. Now, was it approximately 15 minutes that she was writing on the paper? Yes, I think that would be about right. All right, counsel, let's leave it at that. Okay, Your Honor, I have nothing further at this time. Mr. Cox, do you have any further questions? Yes, sir. Go ahead. Now, who was in the room while she was sitting there trying to write? What do you mean? Well, was it just you and Amanda? Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, it was just the 2 of us. Was there an officer in the room? Well, there was an officer there. It was a booth with an open space in it, and the officer was sitting at the desk. It would be almost like he was there, at least, I guess that's what you would call it. Well, there was a partial partition between us. As you sat there with Amanda, and she was trying to write, could you see over the partition and see the officer? In other words, did the partition block your view? No, it did not block my view. I could see the officer. How high was the partition? Almost as high as this witness stand. Was there anything on it? In other words, was there a ledge on it? I don't know what you mean. The officer was in front of you and not to the side of the partition. Is that right? The desk area is a very large area. How many officers could you see as you sat there with Amanda when she was trying to write? There was one officer there at that time. We have reached the time for our break for lunch. The jury is admonished that you should not discuss this case amongst yourselves. Everyone please be here promptly at 1 o'clock. All right, we have a word list. We've got Amanda, capital AMANDA, and Irvine Police Department, capital IRVINE, police, capital P on police, department, capital D on department. Okay, good luck.